Morning, everybody. Doing shopper there. Dear FX Forex swing trading. Gonna be taking a look at the US dollar Japanese yen today and identify if there are gonna be any swing trading opportunities for us with this pair over the next couple of days. So starting off, here we can see that the market has been in a very extended uptrend since 2012, and if we were to draw this line starting at this support area here, we can get what would be the outer, rather the long-term uptrend line for this pair. Narrowing the candles like this and continuing to identify other trend lines along the way, we'll see here that the market created two additional trend lines. This second one connecting these two support points here would be known as the outer uptrend line, and the third connecting with this support point, and we see here that the market made another high, so we'd connect the trend line in this fashion, would be the inner uptrend line. So a very extended uptrend line has been created since 2012, very strong uptrend, and as we see here, the market made a sharp rally at this area here in 2014 before moving sideways. This is typically what happens in the market after a very extended trend, in whether uptrends or downtrends. The market will come to a point where the trend will become exhausted, for want of a better word, and then rally sharply as it makes a final push to continue the trend, and then it will move, and it will then begin to move sideways for a period of time. It's a similar situation that took place on the US Canadian dollar, where the market since 2011 was in a very strong uptrend, rallied sharply, and then eventually moved sideways to form this range setup that we see here. Now, generally speaking, what will take place is that the market will either break higher to continue the overall direction of the existing trend, or it will break lower to possibly start a new trend in the opposite direction. So with those possibilities, let's take a closer look at what's been happening on this pair. Here we see that this sideways pattern has actually taken the form of what appears to be a large pennant consolidation setup. Here we see that the support boundary would be formed within this area here, and that, taking an even closer look, you will notice that the pair has actually formed a range setup within that larger boundary. Here we see that the resistance boundary will be formed at this area here with the corresponding support drawn along these support points. And as you'll notice that the resistance barrier here has been broken with a bullish candle. However, given the fact that we're very close to this resistance area, any trades going long in favor of the US dollar may be limited to a very small number of pips. It is very likely, well, at this stage, there are two scenarios. One, we could actually see the barrier being broken and the market resume the overall bullish direction in favor of the US dollar. Or we could see it U-turn either at the resistance or just below the resistance to reverse bearish to come back down to support. From here, we could see the market rally and continue to move within the boundary of this larger pennant, or it could break the support to start a new downturn in favor of the Japanese yen, breaking these outer uptrend lines along the way. So that seems to be the situation that is taking place with this pair. We could see the market continue this rally and break this resistance, or it could U-turn either at the resistance point or just below it to reverse to continue moving here, or break breakout short in favor of the Japanese yen. So in terms of a trading opportunity, there is very little that we can do right now. Scalpers out there probably will try to get something from this movement that may take place, and this distance would provide, well, 121.34, 121.89, so around 40 pip, 60 pip, 50 pip profit is technically possible. However, there are two issues that could limit this movement. One is the fact that even though the market could go to resistance, sometimes it U-turns just ahead of it instead of actually hitting the resistance. A second issue has to do with the fact that the pattern that on the 4-hour chart that led to that recent breakout signal that you see on the daily chart. That aspect is actually related to something in the trading manual, which I won't really go into right now, but you would be aware of it if you received the daily update that I sent to my subscribers yesterday. This pattern, there's something about this pattern on this 4-hour chart that is preventing the daily chart from actually, that may prevent the daily chart from actually rallying to this area here. It is a similar situation that took place on the New Zealand Japanese yen. Here we see that the market broke out in a similar fashion to a consolidation boundary with a very strong bearish signal. However, that technical aspect that I referred to was also present on this time frame, on this 4-hour chart, that led to that reversal instead of the expected bearish breakout that most people would have been expecting. So given the similarities of what took place on this chart and what appears to have led, and a similar situation that is on the 4-hour chart for this pair that also led to this breakout, it is very likely that we could see a reversal that takes us back inside of this range setup. So I'll be very cautious in terms of buying at this area here. It is possible that the market will rally to this resistance area and even break out higher, but because of that aspect of on the 4-hour chart that tends to control the movement of the market, it is very likely that we could see a bearish reversal before we see anything bullish. So that's the situation right now on the Japanese yen, US dollar, Japanese yen. Let's wait a while to see what unfolds, and hopefully there'll be a trading opportunity. Ideally, when it breaks out above this area here, or if it provides a U-turn, a strong bearish signal at the resistance to carry us back down, which could provide another swing trading opportunity for us. So let's wait for those daily chart signals, and hopefully there'll be a trading opportunity. Take care.